They've been all over the world. They live right here in the state of Maine. That's every act you're going to see here today has performed all over the country and a lot of times performed all over the world, but they live right here in the state of Maine. Be sure to pick up a copy of Jimmy's latest album. Is it Juke Joint Paradise? Is that the name of it? Juke Joint Paradise. Pick it up right over there under the blue tent. Lovely Ann Sparling will be selling them for it. So come on, let's hear it one more time. Jimmy and the Soulcats, they're going to be playing the blues. Let's hear it.
That's Tom Whitehead. Help him out. Come on, help him out. He's got a bunch of gigs today.
I got my red beans cooking. I got my red beans cooking. Got my red beans cooking, baby. I got my red beans cooking. I got my red beans cooking. When they get done, I'm gonna give you some. I'm going down to Louisiana, gonna get me a ham bone, boy. Going down to Louisiana, gonna get me a ham bone, boy. I'm gonna have all you women cooked up and jumping for joy. I ain't fooling. I ain't fooling, mama. I ain't fooling now. I ain't fooling. is pop those beans a little for me now. Ow, yeah. I got my red beans cooking. I got my red beans cooking, baby. I got my red beans cooking. I got my red beans cooking. Got my red beans cooking. When I get done, I'm gonna give you some. Everybody, come on, help me out with this. I got my red beans cooking. Red beans cooking. I got my 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 red beans cooking. When they get done, I'm gonna give you some. You know, it reminds me of a time I was down in New Orleans at a little place called Pond's, and the music started at 11:30. 11:30, and at 12:30 the bar put out a big free can of baked beans, and I just about died. And then the band set up their own barbecue at 1 a.m. The beers cost 75 cents, and there was sawdust on the floor, and I knew I was home. My kind of people. Oh, come on, Jimmy. Take me back to New Orleans, buddy. When they get done, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me some. Thank you, folks.
Some Whitehead.
It's a pleasure to be on the stage here with Jimmy and the Soulcats in Bath, Maine.